Hi, I'm Craig. Thanks for tuning in to Video Focus. You're going to love this episode today, especially if you saw my last video where I took a £60 travel router and looked to see if I could use it as a cheap alternative to the Gnarbox 2.0, which is about £300. I wanted to see if I could use it to back up my footage in the field and review my footage on the fly wirelessly on my phone. After 6 months, I found that there's 9 features in total other than backing up my footage, which is really useful if you're into video creation. Let's check it out.
Don't you worry, I'm fine and I got nobody to blame.
If you're somebody who's filming every day, say you're a journalist, or a music video director, or a video creator like myself, then you should definitely be having a device where you can be backing up your video and photo as soon as you're done on your shoot. That way you can go home peace of mind that you've got at least 2 copies of everything in case you accidentally delete something or you format a card. But it's probably more important to be able to review back that footage, so then you know that you've definitely nailed your exposure, you've definitely nailed your focus, and that there's no annoying background noises. So I looked into a way of finding out how you could do this on a budget, and that's how I came across the Ravpower Filehub. Let's get into the 9 things that I found about the Ravpower Filehub that I think will be really useful for you and why you should incorporate it in your own video workflow. Just a note to say that this is not a sponsored video. The Ravpower haven't paid me to make a review or videos about this product. This is something I picked up on Amazon that I found very useful, and I thought this would be very useful for you guys at home. If you've missed my video explain about how I use the Ravpower Filehub with a cheap SSD, then you should definitely check out the video at the end of this video, and I'll throw in a playlist as well for other DIY hacks that I think you'll find really interesting, especially if you are a journalist, a filmmaker, or a video creator like myself. I make videos on this channel every week or so, designed to help you save time so you can eventually just focus on staying creative and ultimately produce more videos. If that's something that you're into, definitely make sure that you subscribe to this channel so then you never miss a video and you can learn along with me all these new gear that I'm trying out that helps me make my video workflow easier, as well as just new things I learned that will make my videos more creative and better. The Ravpower Filehub doubles up as an external battery. It has a battery capacity of 6,700 milliamp hours, which means that you can charge 6 of these Sony FW50 batteries, or you could charge one of these NPF 750 batteries 1.5 times, or you could even charge your phone twice. So this is really handy just before a shoot or even at the end of the day if you just need to give your batteries a little charge whilst you're backing up your SD cards. I'm gonna get so sick of saying Ravpower Filehub. I'm gonna be saying it in my sleep. Ravpower Filehub. Ravpower Filehub. Ravpower Filehub. Filehub.
I know that it is hard to understand. I know I was born to do this. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
The most obvious thing and the primary feature that I use the Ravpower Filehub is so I can back up my SD cards. It's only got one SD card slot and you can only plug in one hard drive or SSD. I use an SSD, which means that I can transfer files from my SD card straight to the SSD and then plug the SSD straight into my laptop, so that my laptop can read the files quicker and write files quicker to that SSD, and ultimately my editing time should be slightly quicker than it would if I was just using a slower hard drive or even the built-in storage space in my laptop. This gives me a bit of a peace of mind as well, so that I'm not constantly worried about, did I capture that shot, have I accidentally deleted that? I know that there's at least 2 of every file that I back up, and I could be swapping in and out SD cards as they fill up. You can also back up any photos or video that you might have captured on your phone. So if you use your phone primarily as your main camera, then you can back it up wirelessly straight to the Ravpower Filehub. It can also just be useful as well if you've got a lot of family photos that you might just want to keep safe and backed up. You can store that onto an SSD or a hard drive without having to use your laptop or even the cloud. If you don't know much about the Gnarbox 2.0, it's got a built-in SSD, which you can't change out. So you're not only limited to the storage space of that, but you can't swap it if that fills up in the field. The great thing about the Ravpower Filehub is that it's got no storage space, it is essentially just a travel router. But you can plug in any SSD or hard drive via a USB type B as it fills up. Or if you want to keep certain files on one hard drive and then another type of file on another hard drive, then you can just swap that really easily. So you should never run out of storage space as long as you've got enough hard drives to plug in. Because you can swap out hard drives and SSDs, if you want to be watching your favorite movies, TV shows, or even footage from another video project, you can just plug that into the travel router and watch it straight on your phone. As I've said before, the main reason I got the Ravpower Filehub is so I could review back my footage to make sure that I nailed focus, it looks good, the composition, the exposure is all great. But the problem with this is that the Ravpower Filehub doesn't really play back 4K files very well. It also doesn't play back anything higher than 50 or 60 frames per second very well either. That it's really important that you enable like a dual recording or a proxy setting on, like you do on Sony cameras. They're not real proxies, but they do work very well for reviewing back footage via the Ravpower Filehub. If you've taken 1080p footage, or you've taken dual recording or a proxy mode of your 4K footage on your camera, or maybe you've taken JPEGs on your camera as well, you can instantly transfer that to your phone via the Ravpower Filehub app, so then you can make quick social media edits on the fly. All you do is open the app, connect to it, open up your SD card, or if you've already backed up to your hard drive, you can connect it to the hard drive, and then you can just download it straight to your phone. And then here I'm using Premiere Rush to make a quick social media edit of the footage I've just filmed down at the beach. It can be a pain if you're out and about somewhere and you have to pay for your Wi-Fi. So why not just pay once for the Wi-Fi and then connect the Filehub to that Wi-Fi connection? And then you can use the Filehub to allow other multiple devices or people to connect to that router. So by paying for one Wi-Fi connection, you can actually enable up to 32 devices, I think. Game changer. When you're out filming, you never know where you might end up. You could end up in the middle of nowhere where there's no Wi-Fi at all, but there might still be an internet connection. What you could do is use the Filehub and an Ethernet cable, plug that in, and to save you connecting multiple devices to one wall plug, you could create your own Wi-Fi network. After a long day of shooting, I like to just unwind in front of Netflix. I usually do this with a Chromecast, but you can do this with any other sort of DNLA wireless streaming dongle or anything, a Fire Stick or a Now TV stick. All you would need is 2 mobile devices, or a phone and a tablet, the Ravpower Filehub, and the ability to have a mobile hotspot on one of those 2 smart devices. So this is going to chew up your mobile network data, but this should work. Here's what you do. You connect your Chromecast or your Fire Stick or your Now TV stick to the TV. Download the Ravpower Filehub app to your second smart device. Enable the mobile hotspot on your main device. You're going to use the second device to connect the Ravpower Filehub to the internet connection given off by your first mobile device. And now you can set up your streaming dongle with the second smart device that you've now connected via the internet from your first smart device and the Wi-Fi network you've created with the Ravpower Filehub. And then all you need to do is just kick back and relax. That's right, I'm 30 years old and I wear Star Wars socks. Deal with it. If you want to find out more about the Ravpower Filehub, you can check out my video explainer here. And if you're looking for other DIY hacks that might help you on your next video shoot, you can check out this playlist here. It's a collection of videos that I've made about different DIY filmmaking hacks that I've put together. They're normally just gear or video editing techniques and camera tips and things. Until next time, make sure that you remember to save time, stay creative, and focus on video.